Alex Polizzi is an award-winning hotelier with over 20 years' experience working in the world's most luxurious hotels. Born into the legendary Forte hotel dynasty, she's on a crusade to transform Britain's most desperate hotels and B&Bs. From outrageous owners...
I'm going to feed the birds now!
...to dodgy decor...
Has the world gone mad?
Nothing escapes the hotel inspector's beady eye.
Toast is not an option. What have they got against toast?
Or her quest for perfection.
I want to fight. I'm stirred up, yeah.
I don't care if you agree or disagree, just try it.
This week, a themed hotel that's failing to provide the fun factor.
Honestly, I mean, that is enough to scare a child.
We must have spent close on to £1 million doing the place up.
I think of celebrity as being both fun and sexy.
I'm Danny Zuko.
Hi, Danny.
Basically, are going to go nowhere, yeah?
Bournemouth, one of Britain's most famous seaside resorts. And home to the hotel celebrity.
Three things sell: sex, drugs, and rock and roll. And we didn't want to do sex or drugs, so we wanted rock and roll, so like celebrity-themed hotel.
Owned by 67-year-old Ken Robbins.
This particular phone box was used by a lot of quite famous people. The whole thing cost me about £4,000.
Former accountant Ken bought the 55-bedroom hotel in 1998, leasing it to a national chain. When they went bust 5 years ago, he took control and started redesigning it with his own special theme.
Every bedroom is named after a star. There are only 3 hotels in the world that have gone down the same path we have. There's one in Hollywood, there's one in Singapore, and there's ourselves.
And now, thanks to Ken, guests checking into the hotel can rub shoulders with some of the world's most famous faces.
Ken Dodd, of course, comes here every year. Where you have breakfast is obviously themed on love-themed films. So we got everything from Gone with the Wind through to Shrek the Third.
Helping Ken realise his dream is wife Rona.
I can switch to big melons.
We met when Rona was 17.
Yes.
And I was 47.
Sorry, I'm really naughty.
And we married when you were 19.
19. I don't do anything from the receptions or anything because he likes me to be in the kitchen. That's a problem.
While manager Roberto takes charge front of house.
Okay, Hotel Celebrity is a crazy place.
Roberto, lady at reception.
There's so much going on. That is 240 and 244. So you have the Michael Caine and Sylvester Stallone.
But when it comes to the celebrity theme, it seems the two men don't always see eye to eye.
I would say Roberto and I are chalk and cheese. I'm the accountant, yeah? I'm the paperwork guy.
I don't want to say his job is boring, but it is.
My fun relief, if you like, is the theming of the hotel.
Sometimes he chooses people that nobody knows of.
With local competition fierce, Ken's plan is to upgrade all his bedrooms to offer his guests an improved customer experience. All without raising his room rates.
Sensible businessman would not buy a hotel in Bournemouth. Failure rates are high, profits are low. There's only 2 hotels on this road that haven't gone bust in the last 5 years.
Faced with such a tall order, he's called upon Hotel Inspector Alex Polizzi for help.
I think we're at the stage now where we want to move from meeting expectations to exceeding expectations. This is why we're interested in Alex coming in.
I don't think it'll be any surprise to hear that I'm not an enormous fan of the themed hotel. But I should reserve judgment until I get there.
If we get it wrong, we lose everything. It's very important we get it right.
It's not a very glamorous building. Doesn't quite match with its name, Hotel Celebrity. This clearly isn't a celebrity hangout, let's put it that way. Hi, I'm Alex Polizzi.
I'm Roberto, nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you, and I'm checking in.
Yeah, well, you would have Ken Dodd room.
Will I?
Yes, you will. All right, so.
Rooms at Hotel Celebrity start at £28 per night, depending on the season.
It's basically a working people's hotel, working people's rates, and what we offer is the kind of things that working people want.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Gosh, well, this is actually a really nice room. It's very bright, nice big bed.
Yeah.
This is a top-end room. Is this your nicest room?
This is our superior room, yes. So this is the top end.
But honestly, I mean, that is enough to scare a child, that picture.
Okay.
Give a child nightmares. It would give me nightmares. OK, if you're happy for me to,
Yeah.
I'd love to look at 3 or 4 other rooms. And if there's a room I prefer that's empty, I'll let you know and we'll swap over. All right,
Okay.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, bye.
Bye. So, I checked Alex in.
My favourite room would be the Ken Dodd room.
I think it's one thing having Sophia Loren staring down at you, but, you know, Ken Dodd, well, he's not really my cup of tea.
She was a bit, I don't know, not really keen, I suppose, on the Ken Dodds. I would have put her in Lady Gaga's room.
Well, I'm sure that Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt, were they aware of this homage to their careers to date, would be thrilled, touched and thrilled to be here represented in this manner, in these glamorous surroundings. This is one example where they haven't renovated, but they've still put up the posters. I just don't get it. The money spent on posters could have been put to better use, as far as I'm concerned. Oh, gosh, I feel depressed because there's nothing kind of celebrity or glamorous about it, really.
Celebrity Hotel is a bit of an escapism for Ken. I think he found something to entertain himself with.
I just leave him what he wanted to do, because then it gives him something to do while he's not in his paperwork.
Ah, so this is another room that's done to more, well, it's done to the Ken Dodd standard. So this is just as nice as my room, with the enormous bonus of not having Ken Dodd looking down on me. I think, given the option, I know who I'd rather spend a night with.
After a quick stop via reception to change rooms,
So, darling, I have decided I would rather sleep with David Bowie rather than Ken Dodd.
All right, okay.
Yes?
Yeah. All right then. Well,
Thank you.
Enjoy.
next it's the hotel's Casablanca Lounge.
I really don't like this room. I hate the furniture, it's all clumpy. I hate the lighting. This isn't a room I'd choose to sit in. The theming has failed. Let's have a look at the menu. There's nothing here that adds into the kind of celebrity identity, which seems like an obvious mistake. This is one place where you could quite easily shoehorn in some celebrity references. And a definite mismatch with the style of the restaurant, which is certainly, I'm sure, supposed to be pretty glamorous.
If Alex comes in and says, actually, I don't like the concept of celebrity theming, scrap the whole thing, then we basically are going to go nowhere, yeah?
Can Alex convince Ken to inject some much-needed glamour?
I would have, you know, pink flamingos and plastic palm trees.
I don't want it to be too dominating in the hotel.
I'm putting the ideas and he's just finding the problems. Good afternoon, Hotel Celebrity. Roberto speaking. How may I help you?
Alex Polizzi is booked into the 55-bedroom Hotel Celebrity.
Okay, we have Sophia Loren, or alternatively, Johnny Cash.
They've embarked on this weird and wacky project of putting pop stars' names on rooms. Gosh, hip hop and rap, the whole genres only get one room between them. And there's too much room stock for me to make a significant difference. And it's too far developed for me to put the brakes on now. So I'm going to steer well clear of that.
Owner Ken Robbins wants help providing his guests with an improved customer experience. But his celebrity theme is so far failing to sparkle.
I mean, he came up with some ideas of wallpaper that were pink and silver, and they were weird, honestly. And I like weird, you know? So if I didn't like them, it's because they were very, very weird.
Personally, I wouldn't like to have this kind of colors, which I've already told him that, but he's determined to do that kind of colors, so.
Guests at Hotel Celebrity are offered a full buffet breakfast as part of their stay.
Thank you very much.
Lovely, thank you.
You can sit anywhere you like and please enjoy your breakfast.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I do like to have a good crack of eggs, actually, especially when I'm angry. Does it turn you on?
Alex, probably she's more of sort of scrambled eggs and salmon girl. So I don't know if she liked, eat as much as like. She's very slim, so probably she looks after her figure, so she wouldn't go probably for the fried eggs.
It's not often I'm reduced to toast, but I think this might be the occasion.
It's all self-service. We offer the normal cereals and what have you, fruit, a full-cooked breakfast, toast.
Oh my goodness. What happened to this piece of toast? Well, I'm sure it's not supposed to be like that. I mean, look how this comes out. I mean, that can't be good for you.
It's not a luxury breakfast.
And having a famous face in the restaurant is clearly not fazing Rona.
We have quite a lot of celebrity come to the hotel. We have Ben Miller, which is had drinks in the hotel. The UB40 band, Jerry the pacemaker, came in here a long, long time ago. Just cool, really.
It's a bit cold and miserable as a breakfast room. I'm not madly keen on it. I always think breakfast is the last meal people have before they leave, and you want to give a good impression. It's adequate, that's all. So you've been here, what, 5? So is it 5 years over?
Yeah, I took it back in 2010.
And how much have you spent overall, would you say?
I've spent more on the hotel since I bought it than I paid for it. We must have spent close on to £1 million in terms of doing the place up.
Gosh. So you spent a lot of money on the theming, I know. Relatively speaking.
About 60,000 all told.
With Ken investing so much into the hotel, Alex is shocked to learn that instead of spending it in the bedrooms that need the celebrity touch, he's ploughing even more money into a lounge.
Is this an income-generating room?
No.
Ha-ha. Thank you.
I took 2 years putting this together, so I've got quite a lot of pride in what we've achieved in it.
I wasn't a big fan of the Sherlock Holmes restaurant. I mean, I was the first one to think it was rubbish. I think he could have spent his money better.
So this has been a bit of a personal project.
Oh, yeah. I mean, look, you've got to be motivated.
I just think that you must protect your pot of money and get on with the rooms. I mean, the top level of rooms, you've only got 5 or 6 like that. That still leaves an enormous number of rooms that aren't touched at all. All I'm saying to you is that people can book into a hotel because of bedrooms and bathrooms.
But they also book in because they want a nice lounge to sit in.
I don't know that they do.
Uncertain, really, of how things will develop. It's obviously important that we make the best use of Alex's time and that we're able, with her, to come up with some positive ways of developing the hotel further.
I think of celebrity as being your identity rather than a theme. I think themes are a bit naff, but I think it's good to have an identity and it's good to have something to make you stand out from the crowd. Everything I want to do is about it being both fun and sexy. Honestly, if it were my place, I would bring a touch of Hollywood to Bournemouth. I would have, pink flamingos and plastic palm trees, and so that it's a laugh. I mean, it's obviously not to be taken seriously. You can afford to just be a bit playful, I think, and so that you don't take yourselves too seriously. So that you're being ironic about
that's
it.
important.
I think so.
Alex wants Ken and Roberto to make changes, starting in reception.
You see, the problem that I always have is that you took a hotel that was obviously of a certain style, and that you've layered on top of it this other thing, but you haven't quite stripped out enough of the old style. So you've gone somewhere, you've put in this lovely desk, which is really glam, and then, it somehow it doesn't all quite fit together.
Yeah.
And I don't think it would take much to make it do so.
More celebrity.
Yeah, more celebrity. I'm a great fan of Kit.
With Ken wanting his hotel to stand out from the crowded Bournemouth competition, Alex is adamant he needs to inject more fun into the guest experience, with the restaurant menu offering a perfect opportunity.
I'd love to see a steak Winslet on the menu, or Uma Thermidor, or, any of the other silly names that one might come up with. We know it's got proven track record, that kind of thing. Hard Rock Cafe, Planet Hollywood, they all work. And they work because it's it's that playful concept.
Dining in Diva's restaurant and the Casablanca Lounge also needs to be more of an event. Attracting more customers would create extra revenue to fund the much-needed bedroom renovations.
What I'd love to do, if you allow me to, is to take that on as my part of the project and make it a really fun, glamorous place to eat.
We've got some practical things to go through, but...
Quite a few, I imagine.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good. Yeah.
Ken is very quiet, so I don't really know what's going on in his brain at the moment. I'm sure he's listening and something will be done.
While Alex urges the team to make Hotel Celebrity a more dazzling experience, Roberta wastes no time trying to come up with some ideas.
When you enter reception, we put the celebrities' pictures inside.
Would it be better just to do collages rather than a mirror?
Brainstorming should be the positive point when you just put positive energy and say, yeah, we can do this and we can do that.
I don't want it to be too dominating in the hotel. It's just a part of what the hotel offers, and it's the icing on the cake, but people come for the cake rather than the icing.
Put the glue around the frame and then just chuck all these sequins and sparkly bits.
Not enough, is it? You'll roll up.
No, it's gonna look good. I'm putting the ideas and it's just finding the problems.
In an attempt to prove he's also taking the idea of fun seriously, Ken has arranged a focus group.
Dear guests, join hotel management for a coffee and a chat. Share your feedback and ideas and help us to help you. Many thanks. So, straight to the point. And probably to be curious people.
We did find last night it was really cold last night.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Real cold.
We could have done with a little heat on.
Alex wanted Ken to think glamorous and sexy to help his hotel stand out from the crowd.
Okay, so when it comes to what we offer you, so our offer is a celebrity hotel, something that maybe is related with our identity. Is there anything that you wanted us to offer and we didn't?
You don't have, in the rooms, you don't have toiletries as such. You've got anonymous squeeze bottle, general shower, shampoo stuff. I don't see why you cannot produce your own brand name.
Okay, so branding in the toiletries, okay, that's something that we can look at. Any other things?
Theme weekends or theme nights to sort of cater for stars, celebrities, pop groups or whatever. That might be another way.
So it's a social event.
That's right, that's it. I mean, the 40s and 20s are now taking off again.
Hotel Celebrity is purely the name. So somehow you want to build up that connection with the celebrity content you've got within the hotel, I think.
I've just got to make him see this hotel as I see it and as guests might see it. And I think he's so close to the coalface, it's that typical thing, that he can't see it clearly anymore.
We've just taken part in the Forkers weekend, which we'd never done before, and that was absolutely unbelievable. And the amount of people that turned up and took part was, you know, that was something else.
Interesting. I wasn't surprised that, you know, our guests, they were actually very excited about all the extras and to take our identity a bit, you know, higher.
Alex was also keen for the hotel's food offering to be more exciting, so Ken and Roberto get to work, adding some much-needed celebrity glamour to the new menu.
So we've got the names of all the stars in the rooms and the dishes, so we've got to look at. Right. So who do we fancy as a steak man? Alex wanted a more fun approach. Willis, Schwarzenegger, Stallone. I don't want to do a pun on names. Willis, steak. Lots of blood. He's always got lots of blood on his T-shirt, hasn't he? Sausage and mash has got to be Michael Caine.
Why?
Eh? He's a London boy, isn't he? If the pun was funny, it would work. Steven Spielberger is not a clever pun. It's simply using a similar linked name. Not to Arabia's shepherd's pie, because he was in the Middle East and it's too hot for cows, so they have sheep.
Ken is quite a serious man, and I'm not entirely sure that that sense of fun is innate to him. He's made an enormous effort to decorate this hotel with posters and with memorabilia, and yet there's not much light-heartedness here.
I'm more interested in linking what kind of a dish would you imagine that person eating or has eaten in a film. Eddie Murphy, what do we associate with Eddie Murphy? Something spicy.
Most of them, I cannot personally see the connection. We have a different approach. I would have liked to be something more, you know, tongue-in-cheek humor. Dolly Parton, breast of chicken. No?
And what you don't want to do is upset a fan by making fun of the person they, you know.
Oh, well, I don't think it would get upset. Would you? I think it's taking things too seriously.
Why don't you have Zeta Jones as Shank of Lamb?
Catherine Zeta-Jones, Shank of Lamb, but obviously because of the Welsh connection. And I mean, actually, that is funny.
Fish and chips. Who's fishy?
I don't know what is Ken's ideas.
Can Alex convince Ken fun is not a dirty word?
You like a big one? It's that fun aspect that I want us to think about. The idea of having the hotel celebrity, it could be a little bit more kit, a little bit more glamorous.
Alex Polizzi is in Bournemouth at Hotel Celebrity. So far, she's discovered a theme that's lacking the necessary Hollywood glitz, and an owner and manager with differing views of how to inject some much-needed sparkle.
I'd like to keep the logo.
I wouldn't.
It's difficult for me to agree to something I don't want to agree to.
Because the decision comes from him, it's like coming from God.
Ken, he likes to be on his own. He likes to do accounts and things like that.
I'm not the sort of huggy type at all.
I think Ken has very specific ideas of how he likes things done. For it to be better, he has to think bigger.
We're not going to the railway station or the bus station. It's the wrong way.
I've invited them to come to this small boutique hotel to see how a theme can be elaborated on. You know, what's the point of giving the rooms identities and then not carrying on that idea throughout the hotel?
Here, owner Jerry Wilton offers guests a lot more than just a warm welcome.
We learned quickly when we moved here,
It was called the Chocolate Boutique Hotel, and we didn't put lots of chocolate out, and the comments were not much chocolate, bearing in mind it's a chocolate hotel. So now there is chocolate, as you see. We have chocolate on the bar when people come in, and we have chocolate on reception, and there is chocolate in all the rooms.
So chocolate is an effective marketing tool.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I used to think it was me. But I realise now it's the chocolate.
I don't know why I'm laughing. I'm so sorry. Rather rude. This is the Montezuma suite. As you can see, decorated in shades of chocolate. There is that sense of playfulness that you can just come and enjoy it. It works very well with the kind of celebrity idea. And we've just got to find a way to nuance that.
The hotel also offers added extras, like chocolate-making classes, which immerses guests more into the theme and provides additional revenue.
What we're going to do with you now is just make some Belgian truffles.
I've just got to make him see how you can add value to customers' experiences in your hotel.
If I get you to do that, Alex, could you mix that as quickly as you can, because it will set quite quickly.
And how you can inject a note of playfulness into the proceedings.
Are you in?
He's there.
You in?
That's great. Then what?
Sorry.
Then we work our way out.
Right, if it goes hard, you massage it like that.
Oh, we see the hand. You like a big one?
You're obviously not trusted with a real knife. Have you noticed?
That's how you make them from scratch to the finished job. So well done, guys.
That was really fun. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's that fun aspect that I want us to think about.
Yeah.
You said to me,
Yeah.
don't want to put up my prices, I want to improve the guest experience.
Yeah,
and that is always the thought of mine.
Here, it's much more ingrained into everything that happens here. So chocolate's everywhere. We don't carry it through to the same degree.
The first thing that comes to my mind is actually the cocktail list. So that is something that we can easily translate in our celebrity theme, and we need probably a celebrity photo booth. People take pictures and props.
Though switched on to the idea of a more fully formed theme, Ken's worried that Roberto's taste for cocktails might prove a step too far.
But are our clients cocktails or are our clients real ale?
That can be anything.
Yeah, but think of client base.
I think Ken's got a very worthy aim with Hotel Celebrity, which is to be really good in the 3-star market, to give his guests good value. But it's all a bit too worthy.
My hope is that Alex, shares my point of view, and then perhaps, repeating that, then probably Ken will actually see that what I said in the first place is right, and for once is wrong.
We're a hotel for working people who drive a Ford rather than a Rolls Royce, you know what I mean? We don't do posh.
I think cocktails are a really easy way for them to inject fun. They already have all the ingredients. They have a bar. They have Roberto, who's perfectly capable of mixing up a basic cocktail.
To prove class is no barrier when it comes to a taste for the high life, Alex has drafted in UK Bartender of the Year, James Fowler.
So I think we should kind of make a signature cocktail for the, for the hotel.
Yeah.
I guess firstly, I want to know what drinks you like to drink yourself, because we can get your personality into the drinks.
It needs to be fruity, sweet.
Okay.
It needs to be sexy, yeah?
Yes. I think the idea of having the Hotel Celebrity, it could be a little bit more kit.
Shake it a bit.
Yeah.
Combine it all together.
The Tom Cruise moment.
I can see you're in your element here.
It looks lovely. It's quite exciting.
It's interesting watching them.
That's delicious.
It'll be a lovely drink that you can offer to people on arrival.
That is, I can see working very well even for girls before hitting town. So we can just suggest that.
I don't include the hotel name into it, so it's adding a lot more kind of...
Yes.
Celebrity fizz, celebrity sparkles.
I quite like the celebrity fizz.
Yeah.
So in terms of getting some theatre into your serves, you can take
You've got some great gear, darling.
and then you can just kind of waft it up, and then they just get it.
Oh my God. It's amazing. Oh, that's delicious. Isn't that yummy?
I can think of some of our guest types that would enjoy this, which is why I'd like a little bit of the OTT included in the...
I think it's important.
The way you make it, with the fun factor they'd be looking for.
Yes, exactly.
To show locals that Hotel Celebrity is ready to embrace its new identity, Alex wants the boys to hold a film night. It'll be a perfect opportunity to show off the new celebrity-themed food and cocktail menu, as well as the bar and restaurant makeover.
My idea being that we could show a movie on a big screen. What would be nice to do is then to theme it up to the max. The main points for me is that you remember what we've been talking about today and that it's that sense of fun and playfulness.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Done.
Good.
As Alex's team put the finishing touches to her project, Ken jumps into action in reception, adding some much-needed glamour to downstairs.
We need sunglasses.
Right. That's why I say, can you tone it down at all? It is pedestrian, I accept that criticism. We haven't taken the celebrity theming far enough and it's not light enough.
With the big night approaching, there's still the small matter of deciding what film to show.
The three requirements are, it's got to be intergenerational, it's got to have audience participation, it's got to be fun.
Right.
What about a stage show like Les Miserables, something like that?
Nah.
Good film.
I think probably a musical it would be the answer, because then you get the film, but then you get the sing-along, so people are gonna just stand up and do things.
What's that? Grease. Everybody knows the songs.
Well, Ken had a good idea. Yeah, I was shocked.
And you will get people who will get up and dance rock and roll.
We decided to go for a musical, so you can incorporate the film side of it, the music side of it, and the choreography and the fun.
But is Ken in danger of taking the fun theme a little too far?
I was thinking of a drag act. He will get everybody involved and he'll know the song.
We will have a drag queen. I'm looking forward to organising that.
Has Ken bitten off more than he can chew?
8 inches of bigness.
Great.
I think you created a monster.
Don't you wear lipstick? It's very good for you, mate.
Not pink.
Hi, I'm Danny Zuko.
Hi, Danny.
Woo! Oh, I like it.
Alex Polizzi is in Bournemouth.
This one is good.
She's asked hotel celebrity owner Ken Robbins
This is fun, this.
and manager Roberto to organise a film night.
Do you want the lipstick? Don't you wear lipstick? It's very good for you, mate.
Not pink.
After grabbing some props to add some much-needed glamour, last-minute touches are being made in time for Alex's final visit.
What I felt last time I was here was that this was a hotel with a very distinct identity, and that identity needed to be enhanced and reinforced, and Ken needed to inject a sense of fun into the place. And I'm not entirely sure that that sense of fun is innate to him. I think the idea of having the hotel celebrity, it could be a little bit more glamorous. That's what I'm hoping to see. Nice to see you.
How are you?
Gosh, this looks very different.
Yeah, it does. What do you think?
I love it. It's fun. It looks very smart. You know, we were talking about first impressions.
Yes.
I mean, this is really different from how it was. Show me more.
Yeah, come.
Okay. Look at this. It looks fantastic. I thought this was such a miserable room to have breakfast in. It felt so 80s.
Yeah, well, I see your point.
This wasn't on the cards.
No, I know, but that, you know, Ken, when he starts, I mean, sometimes he needs a little bit push to change things. And I think you created a monster, because at some point I was like, Ken, just stop.
The man himself. Hello. Hi, darling. I'm so impressed.
Well, we thought we'd have a go.
I really think you've done a really good job, doll. I take my hat off to you. Should we go and look at the restaurant?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, it's nice.
So let's go and look together.
The Casablanca guest lounge and the mismatched divas are now combined into one dining area. Gone is the chintz, replaced with a more stylish and glamorous decor.
You know, I stay in a lot of three-star hotels, and I don't stay anywhere as nice as this.
And the objective that we asked you've met of making sure that we've achieved this without actually having to change our rates.
What we wanted to do is make sure that as many people as possible eat dinner here.
Yeah.
So that you generate a bit more revenue without having to charge more money, and that revenue can then go to improving the rooms. OK, fantastic. I do like the banquette.
And the mirrors are really nice.
Good, I'm glad
really,
you're pleased.
Yeah, they're really good, fun.
I'm glad you mentioned the word fun, because that was a lot of what we talked about, was how to inject fun into this.
With the ground floor now looking much more the part, Ken has one last surprise. His much-loved Sherlock lounge is complete.
Well, this looks amazing. This was your baby, and I didn't quite understand how it was going to fit in with the rest. I'm very, very impressed.
Good.
Well, Ken is a much happier, more relaxed man this time round than when I last saw him. Maybe it's just that he trusts me more. I think he sees the point of what I was saying. He himself says that he just needed a kick up the bottom. And I'm glad I could provide that for him.
It's just hours before the party begins.
Anything else you want me to do for you?
Well, we need to hoover.
Yes, I can hoover. I can hoover.
In the kitchen, Rona's preparing the new-look celebrity menu.
Hopefully, we will do more of this in the future. Cross the fingers so we can have more parties to come. And Ken's quite good in dancing, so yeah, he might dance.
As Alex attempts to write a new chapter in the hotel's history, can Ken and Roberto prove Greece is the word?
Oh, look at you two. You look great. Look at that. I love it. You look great.
You must be Alex.
I am.
Hi, I'm Danny Zuko.
Hi, Danny.
I think the changes are absolutely fantastic.
A lot of big ladies tonight.
Takes you out of your normal life. You end up wearing a silly wig.
With the special guest compere ready to wow the crowd, Ken's leaving nothing to chance.
And microphone, have you got? Or do you
I've
know?
got one up there.
Oh, you've tested it?
I tested it, yeah.
Good man. Yeah.
Come on.
I'll take it.
Allegedly.
Even Rona's been let out of the kitchen to join in the fun.
Hey, you look good.
Just against waist.
Hi, darling. How are you? How are you? Are you pleased with everything? Yes.
Very much, yeah.
Good. Ken has done such a good job. Ken and Roberto.
I'm here. I'm from Bristol.
Without your help.
Like he said, he needed a kick, and I was the one to give it to him.
Which is nice,
Yeah, it is.
As guests settle in for the entertainment, Ken gets them warmed up in his own unique style.
The ladies' toilet is out of that door and the first on the right. The gents is along the corridor, through the passageway opposite, and immediately to the left at the bottom of the stairs. We have the film Grease, which is a sing-along version. You're welcome to get up and dance. I'm done.
With the film underway, there's just the new celebrity-themed food and cocktail menu to check.
Each of our dish is tongue-in-cheek named after one of our celebrity-themed rooms. Jude Law's soup.
I researched all that on the internet, and I picked out what they'd said about food, and then we tied those up to the menu choices.
David Bowie's shepherd pie.
He actually loves shepherd's pie.
Sinatra's beef lasagna.
Yeah.
Oh, Blue Eyes like beef lasagna, did he? Oh. Let's talk about your cocktail menu. What have you made me here?
It's our Cosmopolitan.
It's a Snoop Dogg's Cosmopolitan. Yummy. When did you launch that?
We launched that last week.
Any good so far?
Weekend is more popular, but Fridays, people before going to town.
This would work for me. Well done.
There you are.
Honestly, darling, this does look so much nicer.
The entertainment's going down equally well.
The title of the hotel, Celebrity, it should be a bit fun. It shouldn't be afraid of being raunchy or a bit naughty. You can allow yourself to do that when you're offering such quality surroundings and service.
Nothing like this around Bournemouth. We've been out to quite a few nights out being students, and this is completely unique.
It was nice watching Roberto making a fool of himself with Sheila. That was fun. He's got more balls than I have.
I think Ken has really got the idea of having fun here. It's all very well being earnest, with enormous goodwill towards his guests, but he wants to add an element of glamour to Bournemouth, and he needed to work harder at that. I think he's definitely shown me he is.
There's no harm in having a little bit more of an outgoing decor, a little bit more of an outgoing approach, and it's something I'm being pulled along with, yeah.
1 month later. It seems Ken is still being pulled in the right direction.
Since Alex left, Ken has actually been really proactive in injecting ideas of how to improve our products.
The restaurant has been successful. We've had a lot of positive comments from people. Our revenues are up, which is good, because it means we've got the money to invest, which was the whole object of the exercise.
Ken is a changed man. At some point, too much. So sometimes I say, I wish Alex never came. Yeah.
Next time.
They're painful to work with, Lisa and Ellie.
What we couldn't understand is why you would suggest that.
Every bit of advice is rejected out of hand.
We've done that. We're not going back there.
Maybe you should think about what the hell you're going to do.
I want to fight.
This hasn't been the easiest working relationship.
No.
We're not happy at all.
I frankly can't be bothered anymore.
At same time next Thursday. Next tonight, there will be tears as it's the last ever episode of The Mentalist. Will Patrick Jane finally find happiness and peace of mind? Let's hope so.